situation?
Well, things kind of escalated quickly on pulling the race Jeep apart, so we're gonna kind of fill you in on what we got going and what is gonna happen today. So I'll walk over and show you guys what's left of the chassis for right now and what the guys are gonna do to it today. So here's the frame.
Or we can move it, we can back it through it.
And we got some buddies over here with
You want to do that instead?
a blaster. What's that blaster called?
Dustless blasting.
Dustless blasting. So they're gonna get this little girl all cleaned up today.
Jump box?
I do not own a jump box, but I own jumper cables.
That'll work.
Tucker, drive the chase truck up to him. Take the chase truck up to him. The jumper cables are in the box. So yeah, we're gonna get this blasted today. Get it all cleaned up. I got a handful of small parts that are gonna go get blasted here today as well. And then those ones we'll go ahead and paint. And then we have the whole thing's apart, obviously the frame's sitting here, and we have a huge list of stuff that's gonna get powder coated, and then we have some stuff that's gonna get Cerakoted. So yeah, we'll get this thing blasted today, get it oiled, get it back inside, and then within the next couple days we're gonna start putting it back together. Awesome. You hooked up?
Yep.
Oh baby. We're in business. We need to roll it one more time back onto its belly and then back on its other side, and then we have a small pile of parts there, and then we'll be about done. Then we're going to get this thing inside. Actually, scratch that. We're not going to put it inside yet. We're going to take it and wash the entire thing because it's covered in sand, get it cleaned, then dry it, then bring it inside, then oil it, then we'll be ready to start putting it back together. Well, here goes nothing. Go ahead and start turning that way. Okay, hold it. Pull forward a little bit. Let's get our rope repositioned. That's good. This pallet is probably not long for the world, but it's better than just dragging it on the chassis, I guess. Okay. Head on up. Yep. Nice and easy. If the pallet fails, we'll have to reconfigure something. Maybe. Don't turn so sharp. There you go. Man, I'm excited to get this build going again, get it put back together, all cleaned up, shiny, new. It's looking good. You know what Anthony Taylor would say? There you go, that's working. Yeah. Right on. Well, up to the shop it goes, and let's get cleaning on this thing. I've been saying that a lot lately. I'm getting tired of freaking cleaning on it. Let's get this thing painted. That sounds better.
Straighten out?
Yep, straighten out. All right, it's Hollywood hooker time. Finally, been busting balls in the fab shop, getting our work stuff done, so that way we have time to work on this. And we're gonna clean it some more. Man, I'm getting tired of saying that word cleaning because that seems like this rig is always getting cleaned. But the stuff that we'd sprayed on after the blasting kind of turns it a tannish brown color that essentially stops the flash rust from happening. So that process has been going on the last couple days. And now I just sprayed the entire chassis with WD-40 from one end to the other, and going over it with Scotch-Brite, wiping the discoloration from the process that stops the rust, getting that wiped off, and then re-oiling it. So when we are all done with that and we have this thing completely bare sitting here, fresh coat of oil on it, then we can get in with a cutoff wheel and get some of the old Zeus tabs off that need to get fixed, install new Zeus tabs, cut the bars off the back, reinstall the firewall. We got to put the motor in. We got to put the transmission in. We got to put the headers back on. We got to modify the exhaust. We got to build the floors. So there's some stuff, There's some stuff that has to get done prior to actually putting primer and paint on this. So the faster we get it clean, the faster we get stuff mocked up, the faster we can get on the painting. So yeah, here's about 2.5 hours worth of sanding that'll look like 2 minutes for you guys. All right, we're gonna start watering this thing here. And I'm hoping that if we watered it enough, but eventually it'll grow back into a off-road race rig again. So we got quite a bit done, and just sent a group message to Matt and Eric, and they're gonna come over on Thursday night and help us get this thing the rest of the way done. So, what's that, Tucker? Not on Thursday.
Aww.
So yeah, we're just gonna keep watering, and I figure if I come out here, I'll set an alarm. We'll water. What do you think we should water it every
Probably 12 hours. That's good.
Every what?
Probably like 12 hours.
12 hours?
Yeah.
Thing will shrivel up to nothing. I say every 2 hours we come out here, we give it a spritz, and we'll see if it'll start growing back into something. It's possible with the mixture of rubbing alcohol, which is not actually in there, and White Dude 40, what is actually in there. We might get a race car again. I mean race Jeep. It's not a car. It's far from a car. So yeah, we'll get some boys over here. We're gonna flip the chassis over on its side, and that will be the last of it. Get the thing all the way sanded down, and should be golden. Right, Tucker?
Good.
Would it be golden?
Yes.
Man, we better water this thing evenly, or else it'll grow lopsided.
And like half a wheel on that side.
Yeah, we don't need. I mean, maybe we need it to grow a little less on Hammy's side, since he's a little shorter. Yeah, maybe we should just, you know, I don't think we're gonna water that section right there, because that'll be a little bit easier for Eric to get in.
Little step stool too.
Yeah, step stool.
All right.
It's really dark. Okay, try putting it on now.
All right.
Going blind. Dude,
One shot at it.
why can't you do that while we're racing? He's just.
I can't remember the 9/16 and get the tire on one shot.
All right, fine. Well, you guys get the other one off.
I can't remember the 9/16 either, though. You know, 6 o'clock and still have light in the sky. If it wasn't cloudy, it would have been nice.
There's a whole shop in there with lights. Is that a cell phone
What's
camera?
up, dude?
A cell phone light? Man, we're really getting down there.
Hood rats.
So, for you guys that don't know, this is Jared, and he happens to be a mouse clicker like Eric. So it's pretty cool to see him with a wrench in his hand. Right, Tucker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know I have calloused hands. Thank
Yeah.
you.
And I wrench all day long, and I can't even hold the wrench right now because my arm hurts so bad.
Playing too much tennis.
Yeah.
Got that tennis elbow.
Racing too much BMX. Speaking of, where were you last night?
I was at a movie with my wife and dinner.
Oh, that's right. Bob Marley, was it good?
It was really good.
One love.
One love.
Did the bolt come out?
It's coming out.
Oh, nice. Gotta get them trailing arm bolts out. Put new ones in.
Yay.
Oh, that one moved a lot that time. Here, let's see.
They moved a lot that time?
Yeah.
I lost my light.
All of a sudden, I'm 10 years old. Hold the light.
Hold the light.
You don't.
No, not that way. Hold it the other way.
You're doing it wrong.
Put it where my eyes are pointing. How the fuck do I know where your eyes are pointing?
I'm sorry, Dad.
The other bolt. The other bolt. Hold it on the other bolt.
Yeah.
You guys are doing a great job. Don't let that cherry picker run you
Hey,
over.
Tuck, come hold the light real quick, will you?
Nah.
Hold-
No.
We won't yell at you.
don't drop it. Can't afford this.
Come on, Tucker. Hold it where he can see.
Can't afford
You don't
the-
need to see. He
I-
needs to see.
I can't afford those fancy iPhones. That's only guys that work on computers all day.
Get a chisel and a hammer.
Oh no, it's
Yeah.
It's loose.
Tacos.
Okay, well this is like, I'm not getting in the house. I'm like, oh my god, just
What happens if you hit Control Z? Will that
When I
help
get
you?
back in my truck and I go the fuck home.
Do you want to pull the wheel off like we did on the other side?
No,
It's there. It is there.
Yeah, there it goes.
Oh, would you look at that? You got that okay, Eric?
Oh yeah, we got it.
You sure? That thing's almost as tall as you. Stand next to it. Let's see.
It's a unit of measure.
Oh yeah, that's pretty close. So the boys are over. We're gonna do some work on this tonight. We're getting everything torn apart to go to powder coat. So we got to get all the heims out, get the steering apart. All these little pieces are all gonna get done. Spanish gold. All this will be Spanish gold. Light bar needs to come apart so I can modify it. and then the whole trunk is filled with parts in the car. So every little bracket, every little piece is getting powder coated, and it's all going out. So that way, when we're done with the chassis cleaning tonight, we're gonna start doing a little bit of fab work, and then once we get stuff back from powder coat, we can make this thing a roller.
What'd you do?
You about got water in your face.
Did it get you?
No.
Dude, I was hoping you were gonna get him. You can't have a work night on your race Jeep
J's and H.
without throwing down
So let's
Look at
sprinkle
that.
some of the cheese on that.
onions, street corn. Talk to me. Get in there, boys.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. What are you waiting for? The line's not very short like you, Hammy, so you better get in there. Well, I have a lot of respect.
I know.
I respect him so much. It's not even funny. I mean, it's short-lived usually, but I do respect the shit out of him. Right?
Luckily, I've been short my whole life, so I'm used to it.
Yeah, I know. How many feelings did you have left before we became friends?
I had one.
Dan?
It's gone.
Where'd it go?
Again, I mean, I'm like, he's not
Into
that,
the
he's not short.
atmosphere.
He's average height.
Yeah. I think so too.
Really? All right, fair enough.
Yeah. Seems, I
So
mean,
he doesn't need a stirrup on the side right there? No,
definitely not.
All right, fine.
That would actually be pretty handy.
I mean, you have the dash bars, but it's going to be a lot taller when it's got the tires.
See, right now it's at the perfect height for Eric. They can just jump right in.
Well, that's what I was thinking too. I mean, again, I can't throw too much shade because
God. Time has come. We are getting ready to do some fab work on this thing. We're going to, actually not we, so I've gotten this reputation of getting my rig dirty, cutting it apart, making it better, but what people don't understand is that's not really me. That's another guy, and unfortunately, you're gonna meet him tonight. Great, he's here.
Ultra 4 car.
Oh, you guys already got tools out for me and everything? I see some stuff here. Doesn't look quite right. Maybe we ought to get on this. Yep.
What you got there?
Oh, this is some special dirt from Mexico. We're gonna.
What are you doing in Mexico?
Oh, you know, modeling hands and build belt buckles. Some people call them butt buckles. What do you got over here?
Nah, it's a little too clean.
Yeah, I think that needs to go away.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of that needs to go away. A little bit of that needs to go away. I think we just fucking cut the whole thing. Let's get after it. This thing turned on?
Oh yeah.
Right on, let's do her. God, I love the smell of fresh cut metal. It's the best. Best smell ever. Well, we better stand back a little bit. This is kind of working. Stand back about 2 feet. There you go. Let's go a little farther.
From the fields to the birds with the legends on board, we rise to the test. In the early morn, in the early morn, we got that fire deep within our soul. Yeah, it's in our hearts and we gon' let you know. We're gonna take control to the Super Bowl.
I don't see that anymore.
You can drive us. We're gonna rip it up, take the silver cup.
There you go.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thanks. Tell your dad the bill's in the mail. See you next time. I don't understand what his problem is, but yeah, I guess it's just he likes to create work for people. I mean, dude, you're just gonna show up and cut everything and not even put it back together? You're the fabricator, you fix it. See, the guy's a freaking wrecking ball. Shows up, cuts stuff, drops it on the ground, doesn't even clean up his mess, SAWZALL blades everywhere. His freaking dirt wrappers all over the place, tubing all over the place. Sparks, lots of sparks. Sparks, little tiny shards of metal, the ones that, you know, get in your hair, get in your beard, get on your back, turn the shower brown when it rusts. So, but we're almost done. The passenger side parts are all trimmed out. We have all the little tabs out, the big gusset we need to get out, the light bar tab cleaned on the one side, old exhaust hanger out. So this side's looking really good. Everything that we needed to get apart over here is completely apart. So now we gotta move over to this side and we gotta take everything that's pink off, all these tabs, all the tabs down inside there. Get all this stuff removed. These are old sheet metal tabs that there used to be triangles that bolted in here like that. And we're gonna get rid of all that and just make this one panel. It'll have like a broke seam right here that goes down by the bump can. And then it'll have another panel up here. So these gussets need to come out as well. There is a ton of dead space in front of the fuel cell. So the fuel cell ends right about where this bracket is right here. So we have like a 10-inch gap right here underneath the radiator in front of the fuel cell. The spare starter and alternator have always sat between the seats right here. So the starter sat vertical and the alternator sat right here with a spare alternator bolt, spare top alternator bolt, 2 spare starter bolts. So what I would like to try to do is take those, get them inside this dead space area when this panel's gone. There's already a floor built here that's already in there, or that goes in there, so we could possibly just build some brackets. I'm not 100% sure if it's gonna work yet, but I'm gonna reach, you know, or push towards that goal of getting those in. And if that works, that'll free up a bunch of space inside the cab, because we want to put a fire suppression system in, and that'll give us a spot to possibly put the bottle. So we'll see. I also have some template material here now that we can make our new side panels. Once the rear tubing is installed, we can make our rough cuts, get the pictures of that, get it sent to our buddy at Ramrod Vinyl Works, and he can start working on the design for the wrap. And we got free cardboard because we got a new garage door, because Merritt's dumbass freaking cut a hole in it last night. But I'm still cleaning up his mess too. He just cut shit random, wild, never measured, it's just cut off. So I got to go in and trim that out. But yeah, so let's work on getting all of those parts cut off. Let's get all of it sanded, deburred, get it cleaned up. And then if we have enough time left today, we'll make some gussets on the Torchmate, get those MIG welded in. And then tomorrow, I'll spend all day tomorrow building the new back half of the chassis that runs out flat. We got to put the spare tire on it. We got to put the fuel cell in real quick just to make sure we have the right clearance. And then if all of that plays out, then we have at least 2 or 3 days of some cool fab work to do while we're waiting for parts to get back from powder coat. So let's get cracking. Okay, I'll bring you guys down in here so you can see what we're doing, because obviously in a kind of a time-lapse video like that, all you see is a lot of fire and sparks. So this gusset that was in here was welded on both sides, and it had a spine that welded to this vertical bar right here. So cutting it with a cutoff wheel, you could get 3/4 of it, but you can't get on the inside down in here all the way around. So what I'm doing is I'm using a scarfing tip. Some people call them a flushing tip, but it's a tip for your torch. It's bent, and obviously since your nozzle there is adjustable, you can flip it around. So I'm gonna actually stop for today right here. I don't want to overheat this bar. I did this on the other side too, and it took me several hours, and then it took me time of cooling it. So I'm gonna let this just cool naturally, and you can see in there, try not to get a shadow. When I'm done, I'll have about 1/8 of an inch rib all the way down that bar that I can just rip off of the flat wheel real fast. So we'll just call it there for now. I'll get that, let it cool, get it ground down, and then I'll go on to making gussets and stuff like that, and we'll just save all that for the next video. So I'm not sure if this is episode 4 or 5. I guess we'll find out when we do the description. But you know who definitely is not a professional but knows way too much on doing it wrong? It's that freaking Merritt cat.